This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Cajun country in Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Ragin' Cajuns of Louisiana. As we'll see a team from the American, the Rice Owls, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Owls about to kick it away and get this season started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns offense will get first crack at it today. And Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Looking to throw, it's Howard. Makes the catch, it's Robertson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. All right, guys, let's talk Ragin' Cajuns. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. In the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season.
There he goes! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to go up top on first down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Rice! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There is tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The give to Davis. Got room to work.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Here comes the heat. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Really good coverage by this defense. That they were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. And the Ragin' Cajuns will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. So Rice's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Tight end now in motion. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Secures it at the 30. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Louisiana has it back, and the raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the third possession is the charm. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the ground with the back. And the run is for no gain and no more time left on the clock in the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Rice has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Back to throw, it's Howard. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the...
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Showing the arm strength to the left. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
RD, what a play by the safety, and in the free safety specifically. When you're playing cover 2 and you're sitting back in half the field responsibility, you got to see the formation and you got to understand the quarterback. You're watching the quarterback's eyes and reading him. He takes him right to the football. Free safety jumps the route, makes the INT.
And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Now on the option. They'll go to the ground. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Jenkins. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll ride Davis here. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Quarterback making checks. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the 1st half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Howard. Looking left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this 1st half closes out.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen, but the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Cajuns! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They'll go back to work trying to get something going after a couple of punts the first 2 times they've had it. Shakes off the defender. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving them some more space so we can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now facing a 3rd and long. On the option. Makes the play in the backfield again, and the defense can use a timeout and get the ball back here. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Wants to bring it back. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end.
Looking deep down the right side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Right down the middle. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Got some room to run. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Makes the grab. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The give to Davis. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, and we have run out of time in the 2nd quarter. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Lafayette. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Our Lady of Lourdes Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Man, and they tried the surprise onside to start the 2nd half. And this game's a great game. It's been back and forth, tie football game. Maybe trying to jumpstart yourself, but I'll tell you what, now you put your defense in a bind. Let's see how they respond.
Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 2nd half.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over and right.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Raging Cajuns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Winfield. Going for it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Offense has gained momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Raging Cajuns are marching down the field. He wants to throw it again. Starting to feel a little pressure. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. They'll run it from the gun. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires to the wideout. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Indiana managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Bloomington had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Owls are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll run the option. Now the toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this 1st down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana in the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down will open up the final period. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Gets rid of it. That's reeled in. It's Jensen. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you set up fourth down.
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Rides to back and leaves it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give on the counter. He's stopped again. He's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Louisiana has it back, and the raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Oh, a lot of space. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The raging Cajuns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Power football with the run. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. They started this drive with a big play, but now they need a conversion to keep it alive on third down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the raging Cajuns look to do some damage in the red zone. Looking for a man. It's Winfield. Fires left. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Hitting just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a huge play call now for the offensive coordinator. 2-minute situation, down in the game, 4th quarter, 4th down. What can you dial up here to keep this drive alive and keep your chances alive of winning?
Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, 2 things you're thinking about here offensively is, 1, you want to take as much time off the clock. But 2, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Louisiana.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Finds a man in the middle. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Turner. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Turner. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Down in the 4th quarter. It's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Buys a little time with his feet. Got all he needed for the 1st down, and then he gets down on the slide. And the Owls started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Still firing away as he'll go down swinging. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer.